It was beginning to turn dark. It was tender. It was hurting. I knew that sooner or later it will be gone. I am pleased to tell you that as I sit here, not only is the toe not hurting, but the nail is clear. And not only is the nail, because I was surprised. I said to Dr. Sabi the other day, I said, Dr. Sabi, do you know what happened? Do you know that the skin, the flesh, and my toe is beginning to clear up too? That's how happy I've been in relationship to the sugar diabetes. Again, there's a little secret. You have heard of people giving you stuff to make your hair grow. I was looking in the mirror a few days ago, and I said, I can't believe this. This is impossible. I have hair growing on my head where it hasn't grown for I don't know how long. And he did not give me anything specially to make my hair grow. The only thing that went on my hair since I've been here is some baby oil that I brought, which I very seldom use, and the Tormo bath, beside its herbal compound. But there's hair growing back on my head. And as of the 7th of October of this year, 1995, I made 65 years of age. So you see, I am not a youngster anymore that you could say will be expecting one's hair to grow. As a matter of fact, I was losing it. And then, since my arrival here, I went 2 days after I first got here to take a test for my cancer, but they said I have to come back. So I didn't return until about 2.5, 3 weeks later. By then, the prostate had shown up on the ultrasonic test that they did, that it was below a grade. In other words, they could not even grade it. It had almost disappeared. Not only did it almost disappear, it was down to the level of an inflammation. Here, if you will excuse me, one of Dr. Sabi's beautiful young ladies, one of the chefs, for that matter, by the name of Sister Mercedes, whose cooking is so delicious. As a matter of fact, all of them could cook. Make your mouth dribble. You will want more. You will ask for seconds when they get through. She just brought me some juice. But let me get back to the point. Could you imagine that for 3 years, I knew from the medical profession in New York that I was suffering from prostate cancer. They put their finger up, they tested, they sent me for a bone scan. They said that there's something there. I began to lose weight. I meant I dropped as much as close to 50 pounds. And I told the doctor, I said, no, doc, don't you treat me. You let me go and find my man. And I was speaking about Dr. Sabi. And Dr. Sabi had done remove himself from New York. Was not coming to New York, but ever so rarely, so seldom. And here and behold, he came. And what a blessing it has been. For this is the second time that Dr. Sabi, yes, and his Usher Institute have saved my life. For those who don't believe in miracles, I don't believe in them myself. But based on what I have seen here at Usher, it's beginning to make me a believer, yes, that miracles do happen. Because I had 3 major operations in 1 month in 1988 at the Veterans Hospital. Yes, the U.S. Veterans Hospital in the Bronx, where they told me they give me almost 100 pints of blood. That's what the doctors told me, and that's what the head man, the person in charge of the blood bank said to me and to the doctor of the intensive care room. Yes, they told me I was in a coma for I don't know how many weeks. No one expected me to live. When I came out, after a year or so, my blood was messed up. I started to lose weight. Yes, you're looking at someone who they said might have had hepatitis C. At the time, they said they had no test for it, and possibly it could have been AIDS because of the result of all the blood that I got. Do you know what the doctors told me at the VA? They said, Professor Simmons, we have no cure. I went to Dr. Barbara Justice, yes, Dr. Barbara Justice, a very good friend of mine, for a second opinion. She too told me there's no cure, there's no solution. If this doesn't work out by itself, well, that's it. I went to Dr. Sebi. At the time, he had an USHA Institute place in New York City, in Brooklyn. And when I spoke to Dr. Sebi and told him my condition, he said this. He said, I don't care what the medical profession say. I don't care, Professor Simmons, what you have. I don't care whether it's hepatitis this or AIDS or whatever as a result of your operation. I cure AIDS and all that stuff right here. I've been doing it irrespective of what the medical profession says. And everyone in New York City who knew me and knew how I looked after coming out of the hospital, yes, I am told that even my associate had said I looked it so bad, I had so many tubes. Why don't they just remove these tubes and let me go away in peace? That man, Dr. Sebi, yes, brought me around from 165 pounds, where I went up to 196, almost back to my normal 200 pounds, clearing up all that might have been. Everyone was amazed. And so, again, with this condition and several, diabetes, hypertension, blood pressure usually around 190, 180, that's normal for me, over 110. If it gets below 110, I consider that luck. My blood pressure, the average of it here, is about 103. It ranges 109 over 75, 96 over 66, 99 over whatever. And remember, the only thing here is to take the Tomal bath and to drink the herbs with the diet. That's all that is required. And that is normal. My pulse runs normally around 68 to about 75. And I can't recall back in the States when that happened. Again, to come here after suffering with the prostate cancer, could hardly walk, came here with a cane, and a week and 2 days after I'm here, I have walked up a hill with no cane, walked down the hill with no cane, and have not touched the cane since I came back, since I came here. From where I placed that cane, that walking cane, that is where it still is. And I jog, I walk.